Looking at the rules of three, most people know that it's 3 minutes without oxygen, 3 days without 3 days without water, and 3 weeks without nutrition. And I'm using the word nutrition instead of food because most of the time when I think food, I think eating something, versus if I can, say, boil it and use a broth or tea, that's also getting nutrition into me as well. But 3 hours without maintaining your core body temperature, so extreme high, extreme low, you'll succumb to environmental factors within 3 hours. So that prioritizes over over food and shelter, or food and water, is that 3 hours. And then going into all those TV shows like Alone, where they're out in the woods for a prolonged period of time, that last one is roughly 3 months without socialization. Right, and that plays a big psychological aspect on it. How long are you out there? One of the big things that you'll see people that are outside quite a bit and away from other humans is they start talking to animals, trees, the weather, whatever it is, right? And that's their social interaction. It doesn't necessarily need to be another human, a pet. Right, whether or not it's one that you have that's with you, or one that you kind of mentally adopt into the wilderness. You see a squirrel on a regular basis, right? It's not your pet, but you consider it your pet. You probably start feeding it or something like that to make sure it stays around, because that's your social interaction. A look at the movie Castaway, the dodgeball or volleyball, right? That was his social interaction for the period of time that he was away from everything else. So that's kind of where it builds into, is there's 5 parts to that rules of 3, not just the 3 parts that most people go into immediately. And that shelter, maintaining that core body temperature, is above and beyond the food and water part. So that's where shelter or fire really play a big part in helping maintain that.